So I'm thinking about starting a group around the dark night of the soul topic. It seems to be such a big thing right now. And I think our country, the world to some extent, maybe even, don't know, is going through the dark night. And I think the time that precedes the first step, if you will, in recovery is when people crash, they hit their bottom, you know. And they say that the bottom is when you quit digging, and everyone has a different bottom. But we are left feeling kind of powerless, right? And I think what I want to talk about in terms of the dark night might revolve around some of the lessons that I got when I went through it. And it was like a living near-death experience. For me, it lasted 3.5 years, and it burned off everything that I'm not, leaving only what I am. And I'm not saying that I achieved some pinnacle of humanity as a result. I am left, unfortunately, with defects, and the shortcomings are kind of woeful sometimes. And but I gotta say, it did give me a perspective. It gave me a profound alteration in my reaction to life, just like many other things have. But this was like a really hard-earned, hard push toward the light, if you will, and metaphorically speaking. So anyway, I want to start maybe a book club or a Zoom meeting and have people weigh in on what the dark night of the soul meant to them. Maybe we could study Carolyn Mace's book, Spiritual Madness. I think that might be one good way of doing this, and kind of flesh it out by chapters. I mean, I listened to it in audio book, and I didn't really delineate chapters in my consciousness. I mean, I wasn't in a place where I was breaking it down systematically, and the Saturnian rules or something like that. I don't think it really happened for me in any chronological order, but there might be an order hidden in there. So, I'd be willing to discuss that. And I know a lot of people have an interest in this, and a lot of people have gone through it. But maybe there's some people who haven't gone through it, and they don't even know they're going through it. I think most of us don't know we're going through it until we're thick in the middle of it. It's kind of like an alcoholic is usually the last one to know they're an alcoholic. Well, people going through the dark night of the soul, it's pretty obvious something's going on, but it's almost like you don't get it until you're right smack dab in the middle of it, or maybe even coming out of it in the other end before you realize where you were. It's almost like getting hit by a spirit bus, and everyone on the bus gets out, after the bus hits you, and they explain to you the meaning of what just happened. So anyway, give me your thoughts. I'm going to reach out to my list, my newsletter list, the people that subscribe to my newsletter, and see what they think. And maybe I'll do a live Zoom class or something. Eventually, I think I want to turn it into some kind of a class situation, and or at least, a community thing where we can talk about it. So let me know what you think. Thanks. Peace out.